Hello and welcome to the Expensive Coins History channel. This deep dive into one of the most fascinating pennies in modern American numismatics, the 1995 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin. Today, we're going to explore the history behind this coin, uncover why it's so intriguing to collectors, discuss the rarity and unique characteristics that make it stand out, and analyze its current market value in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about penny values, this video will give you a comprehensive look at this seemingly ordinary coin with an extraordinary story. To understand the significance of the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, we first need to set the stage by looking at the broader historical context of the Lincoln cent series. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Over the decades, the penny has seen several design changes, but one of the most notable came in 1959 with the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, replacing the original wheat ears design. Fast forward to 1995. This was a time when the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies annually, mostly struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia Mint pennies are identified by the absence of a mint mark, unlike their Denver counterparts which carry a D mint mark. In 1995, the Mint produced an estimated 6.4 billion pennies at Philadelphia alone. Given this massive production volume, it would seem impossible for any 1995 penny to be rare or valuable. However, appearances can be deceiving, and this is where the intrigue begins. The 1995 no-mint Mark penny is essentially a Philadelphia strike penny without any letter indicating its place of origin. Measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter and composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, the penny features the iconic Abraham Lincoln bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, despite being common in circulation. A few subtle variations and errors from this year have drawn the attention of collectors and numismatic experts alike. One of the most discussed features of the 1995 penny is the so-called close AM and wide AM varieties. These terms refer to the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America. On the reverse side of the coin, the official design was intended to have a wide AM spacing. However, a small number of coins were mistakenly struck with the close AM design, which was actually a leftover die from earlier years or an unintended variation in die preparation. This seemingly minor difference has sparked extensive debate and fascination in the collecting community because the close AM variety is much rarer than the standard wide AM design. For collectors who specialize in die varieties, the close AM 1995 penny can be considered a sought-after piece due to its scarcity. Beyond the close AM and wide AM varieties, the 1995 no-mint Mark penny is also known for several mint errors and anomalies that significantly enhance its collectability and value. One of the most prized errors is the double die obverse, commonly referred to as DDO. This error occurs when the coin is struck more than once on the same die, causing a visible doubling effect on certain design elements, most often on the date, the word Liberty, or Lincoln's profile. The DDO variety of the 1995 penny is exceptionally rare and highly prized by collectors, especially when found in pristine condition. Other common errors include off-center strikes, where the coin is misaligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design missing or cut off, and die cracks, which appear as raised lines or imperfections on the coin's surface due to cracks in the die used for striking. Each of these errors can drastically increase the penny's value compared to a standard coin. The condition of any coin is one of the most important factors determining its value. Numismatists use a grading scale ranging from poor to mint state, MS, with mint state coins being those that show no signs of wear and retain full original luster. For the 1995 no mint mark penny, uncirculated examples graded MS 63 to MS 66 can command a premium, especially if they also exhibit the close AM variety or any notable errors. Extremely high-grade coins graded MS 67 or higher, especially with prominent errors or die varieties, can fetch several $100s or more from collectors who prize these rarities. Conversely, circulated pennies without errors or notable varieties are generally worth only face value or slightly above due to their vast availability. As of 2025, the market for 1995 no mint mark Lincoln pennies remains active among collectors, but it is highly dependent on the coin's condition and unique characteristics. Standard circulated pennies from 1995 continue to be valued primarily at face value, essentially 1-cent uncirculated coins with no errors or varieties typically sell for a modest premium ranging from $1 to $10, depending on their grade. However, 1995 pennies exhibiting the close AM variety or any significant mint errors like double die obverse can command prices from several tens of dollars to several $100s, especially in high-grade conditions. In rare cases, coins with extremely well-preserved details, confirmed die errors, and high certification grades have sold for upwards of several $100s at auctions and private sales. This trend reflects the broader numismatic principle that rarity combined with condition is key to determining value. If you're interested in acquiring or investing in 1995 no mint mark pennies, here are some essential tips to keep in mind. Always inspect the reverse side closely to identify the spacing between the A and M in America. A magnifying glass or loupe can help detect the close AM variety. Look for signs of doubling on the date and inscriptions on the obverse to spot double die obverse errors. Be wary of coins that show obvious wear or damage, as these generally hold little collector value beyond face value. If you plan to invest, consider getting your coins professionally graded by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC to authenticate any error varieties and confirm condition, which can significantly boost market value. Store coins properly in acid-free holders or protective flips to maintain their condition over time. While the 1995 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like an ordinary, everyday coin, it holds a wealth of numismatic intrigue for those who know where to look. Its history as part of a long-running and beloved coin series, combined with its unexpected varieties and errors, make it a fascinating piece for collectors and enthusiasts alike. If you happen to come across a 1995 penny with a close AM reverse, a double die obverse, or other minting errors, it's definitely worth a closer look and could be a valuable addition to your collection. The 1997 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. While it might appear like any ordinary penny to the casual observer, collectors know there's much more beneath the surface. In this video, we'll explore its detailed history, the nuances of its design, the minting process, rarity factors, and most importantly, its current value in 2025. Whether you're an experienced collector or simply curious, this comprehensive overview will enhance your appreciation of this humble piece of American currency. The Lincoln cent holds a unique place in American coinage history, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was revolutionary as it was the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person's likeness. The obverse proudly displays the portrait of Lincoln, symbolizing his enduring legacy. The reverse of the coin underwent a significant redesign in 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The original wheat ears design gave way to a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, designed to reflect the monument's symbolic importance. This reverse design would remain in use for several decades, including throughout the year 1997. In 1997, the penny was primarily composed of a zinc core with a thin copper plating, a change made starting in 1982 due to rising copper prices. This composition consists of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, making the coin lighter than its pre-1982 predecessors. The coin measures 19.05 mm in diameter and weighs approximately 2.5 grams. The 1997 Lincoln cent was produced at two primary mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint coins carry no mint mark, while those from Denver bear the distinctive D mint mark. The 1997 D penny was struck in astonishing quantities, with over 4.5 billion coins minted, making it one of the most prolific Lincoln cents ever produced. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins in smaller numbers. These proof pennies, bearing the S mint mark, were specially crafted for collectors and not intended for circulation. They feature a highly polished finish and sharper strike details, making them distinct from the regular business strikes produced for circulation. While the sheer volume of coins minted in 1997 might suggest rarity is non-existent, collectors know the story is more nuanced. Condition and grade can make all the difference when determining a coin's desirability and market value. Understanding coin grading is fundamental when assessing the 1997 D penny's value. The vast majority of these coins entered circulation, resulting in wear, loss of detail, discoloration, and other forms of degradation. A heavily circulated coin typically holds little to no premium over face value. However, uncirculated or near mint condition specimens, especially those that retain their original red copper color, can command significantly higher prices. The American Numismatic Association's grading scale ranges from poor P1 to perfect mint state MS 70, with subcategories and suffixes indicating color and surface quality. The red RD designation is particularly prized among collectors. It indicates the coin has retained most of its original coppery red luster, a trait that fades quickly once coins are handled or exposed to air. Red-brown RB and brown BN grades denote progressively more oxidation and wear, typically corresponding to lower market value. Mint state MS grades from MS 60 to MS 70 signify uncirculated coins, with higher numbers indicating better strike quality, fewer imperfections, and superior eye appeal. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are considered highly collectible, and examples graded MS 67 or MS 68 are especially rare for a coin produced in such massive quantities. Given the massive production numbers, the 1997 D penny itself is not rare in a traditional sense. However, truly uncirculated specimens in pristine condition are scarce in the marketplace because most coins entered circulation. A significant portion of the 1997 D pennies in circulation today show signs of wear or have undergone color changes due to oxidation or environmental exposure. Therefore, collectors seek out those rare, red, uncirculated coins, especially those graded by professional services to ensure authenticity and condition. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, while less rare than many older proof pennies, are also more desirable due to their limited mintage and superior finish. These proof coins often trade at premiums over the business strikes of the same year. Collectors also watch for certain error varieties, although the 1997 D Lincoln cent does not have any major widely recognized error variants commanding large premiums. However, subtle die variations, doubling, or minting anomalies can sometimes enhance value for specialized collectors. Turning to the coin's current market value, it is important to recognize that the 1997 penny's worth varies dramatically depending on condition, grading, and market demand. In circulated condition, the coin is typically worth face value or a few cents above, often considered common pocket change. However, uncirculated examples graded MS-60 to MS-64 might fetch between 30 cents to $1 or slightly more, reflecting their better preservation. High-quality uncirculated coins graded between MS-65 and MS-67, especially those retaining original red color, can command prices ranging from $10 to $50 or more. The market rewards strong eye appeal and minimal imperfections, so these coins are especially sought after by collectors aiming to build high-quality sets. Exceptional specimens graded MS-68 or above with red color can fetch several $100s on the open market. These coins are rare because of their outstanding condition and quality, commanding significant premiums from collectors. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint typically trade between $3 and $10 depending on condition and grade, with higher grade proof coins or those in specialized holders potentially bringing more. It's worth noting that some online claims report extremely high values for certain 1997 pennies, but these often relate to unique error coins or highly speculative prices. The standard 1997 Lincoln cent, without certification or exceptional grading, rarely achieves these astronomical figures. Several factors influence the value of the 1997 penny beyond just grading. Original color. The presence of original red copper color dramatically increases desirability. Copper oxidizes naturally over time, turning coins brown or black, which lowers collector interest. Strike quality. Strong, clear details on Lincoln's face, the date, and the mint mark indicate a high-quality strike, adding value. Eye appeal. Coins free of distracting marks, spots, or discoloration have a better chance of attracting premium bids. Certification. Coins authenticated and graded by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC are easier to sell and typically command higher prices. Market demand. Like all collectibles, demand fluctuates. Enthusiasm for Lincoln cents remains strong due to their iconic status, but overall market interest can wax and wane. If you possess a 1997 Lincoln penny and believe it might be of value, proper care is essential. Avoid cleaning coins yourself, as improper cleaning often reduces their value significantly. Instead, store coins in protective holders or capsules that prevent environmental damage. Keep coins in a stable environment, away from humidity, heat, or chemical exposure. Handle coins minimally, ideally by the edges, to preserve their original surfaces. For those serious about collecting or selling, submitting coins to professional grading services is advisable. Certified coins often yield better prices in sales and provide confidence to buyers. In conclusion, the 1997 Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating coin to study and collect. While billions were minted, meaning it's not rare in a traditional sense, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition with original copper color can be surprisingly valuable. Today, in 2025, a well-preserved 1997 penny graded MS-65 RD or higher could fetch anywhere from tens to several $100s, depending on condition and market demand. Proof coins also maintain collectible value, although they are less sought after than the rare high-grade business strikes. For everyday coins in circulated condition, the 1997 penny remains worth face value. The key takeaway is that condition and certification are paramount in determining this coin's true value. Thank you for joining us in this detailed exploration of the 1997 D Lincoln cent. Whether you're just starting your numismatic journey or are a seasoned collector, understanding the factors that influence coin value helps you make informed decisions. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing. The 1987 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. Despite being a common coin that most people overlook, there are many layers to this penny's story that collectors find compelling. From its historical context, minting details, rarity factors, grading nuances, to what it's really worth in 2025, we will cover it all. So grab your magnifying glass and your coin folders. Let's uncover the truth behind the 1987 D Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent series is iconic and holds a special place in American coinage history. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first regular circulation U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait rather than symbolic figures. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse displays Lincoln's profile, which remains largely unchanged even today. By 1987, the coin had undergone several significant changes since its debut. The original wheat ears reverse, used from 1909 to 1958, was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side, which remained in use until 2008. The year 1987 finds us right in the middle of the Lincoln Memorial era. One of the most important shifts that impacts 1987 pennies relates to their composition. Up until 1982, pennies were primarily made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a relatively expensive metal mixture. Due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint changed the penny's composition starting in mid-1982, moving to a core of mostly zinc, 97.5%, plated with a thin layer of copper, 2.5%. The 1987 penny is fully within this copper-plated zinc era. This change had significant implications for the coin's weight, appearance, and intrinsic value. The copper-plated zinc pennies are lighter and more prone to damage if the plating wears through, exposing the zinc core, which can corrode or discolor over time. In 1987, pennies were minted at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, Mint Mark D, San Francisco, Mint Mark S, primarily for proof coins. Our focus today is on the 1987 D penny, struck at the Denver Mint. The mintage numbers for this coin were staggering. Over 4.8 billion pennies were produced at Denver alone that year. This places the 1987 D among the most common Lincoln cents ever made, meaning that finding one in circulation is extremely easy. Because of this mass production, the average collector or casual finder should not expect to stumble upon a coin that commands a large premium simply based on date and mint mark. The 1987 D Lincoln penny weighs approximately 2.5 grams, considerably lighter than its pre-1982 copper counterparts, which weighed about 3.11 grams. The coin's diameter remains consistent at 19.05 millimeters. The copper-plated zinc composition gives the penny a reddish appearance when new, but this copper plating is very thin and wears off quickly with circulation, exposing the silver-gray zinc core underneath. This exposure often causes the coin to develop discoloration, spotting, or corrosion. Collectors refer to coins that retain their original copper-red luster as red or red-brown, whereas coins that have lost most of their luster and appear duller or brownish are simply referred to as brown. The condition of the coin's surface color plays a major role in its collectible value. While the majority of 1987 D pennies are common, some specimens can be more valuable due to certain rare varieties or mint errors. These include double die obverse or reverse, This is where the coin appears to have doubled images of letters or design elements due to a misalignment or error in the die used to strike the coins. No widely recognized double die error exists for the 1987 D penny, but smaller or less obvious doubling varieties sometimes occur. Off-center strikes. When a coin is struck off-center, part of the design is missing, creating a visually unusual and collectible error. Off-center strikes from 1987 D pennies are rare but do exist, commanding higher collector interest. Die cracks and cuds. These minor mint errors where cracks or raised lumps appear on the coin's surface due to damaged dies can sometimes add value, especially if prominent, mint mark anomalies. Occasionally, errors related to the D mint mark may occur, such as repunched mint marks or missing mint marks. But these are scarce. Collectors prize authenticated and graded error coins, especially those that are well documented and visually distinct. The value of the 1987 D Lincoln penny depends heavily on its condition, which is determined by professional grading or by careful inspection of wear, luster, and surface quality. The most common grading scale is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70, circulated coins. Grades from good to about uncirculated. Most 1987 D pennies found in circulation fall into this category. These coins typically show wear, loss of luster, scratches, discoloration, and possibly corrosion. Their value rarely exceeds face value or a few cents. Uncirculated coins, mint state grades MS60 to MS70. These coins show no signs of wear and often retain full luster. Among these, coins graded MS65 and above are considered premium and can command notable premiums. The preservation of the original red copper color significantly boosts value. Red versus red, brown versus brown. The coin's surface color is one of the simplest yet most important grading distinctions. A red coin with bright copper color can be worth 3 to 5 times more than a similar grade brown coin. Eye appeal. Coins with attractive toning, minimal marks, and strong strike details are highly prized by collectors. In 2025, the market for the 1987 D Lincoln cent reflects a typical pattern for high mintage modern pennies, common circulated coins. These are generally worth 1 cent or at most 5 to 10 cents depending on color and condition. Higher circulated grades, coins in about uncirculated $50 to $58. Grades with decent color can bring between 10 and 50 cents. Uncirculated coins graded MS60 to MS63. Prices generally range from 25 cents to $2. MS64 to MS65 grades, depending on color and strike. Coins can fetch between $2 and $10. High-end MS66 or MS67 red coins. These are much rarer and can command prices from $15 to $100 or more. Exceptional MS68 or MS69 red coins. These are extremely rare and highly sought after by serious collectors. They may sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on provenance and market conditions. Error coins. Depending on rarity and demand, error pennies from 1987 D may range from a few dollars to several $100s or more. It's important to note that market prices fluctuate based on collector interest, grading trends, and economic factors. The rise of third-party grading services has also professionalized the market and increased transparency in coin values. If you have a 1987 D penny and want to assess its potential value, here are some tips. Check the mint mark. Ensure it's a D under the date. Inspect the surface color. Does it still have the original red copper color, or is it brown? Red coins are far more valuable. Examine the coin strike. Look at Lincoln's hair and beard details on the obverse and the steps of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Sharper details suggest better condition. Look for errors or anomalies. Off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks can add value. Avoid cleaning the coin. Polishing or cleaning can reduce the value by damaging original surfaces. Consider professional grading. If you believe your coin is in exceptional condition or has errors, submitting it to a reputable grading service can authenticate and significantly increase its market value. While it may not be the rarest or most valuable penny, the 1987 D. Lincoln cent is an excellent example of modern minting practices and the evolving story of U.S. coinage. Its sheer volume illustrates the mass production era, and its copper-plated zinc composition marks a significant economic shift in coin manufacturing. For collectors, the challenge is to find those rare uncirculated gems or unique error pieces amidst billions of ordinary pennies. This pursuit adds excitement and educational value to what many might dismiss as just common change. The 1987 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny is a widely produced, relatively modern coin with a rich history rooted in American numismatics. Its value today in 2025 varies widely based on condition, color, and rarity factors such as errors and grading. While the vast majority remain worth little more than face value, the small percentage of coins in exceptional condition or exhibiting unique characteristics can command significantly higher prices, sometimes reaching into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Whether you're a casual collector, a curious hobbyist, or a serious numismatist, understanding the nuances of this coin can help you better appreciate its place in the broad tapestry of U.S. coinage. So next time you come across a 1987 D penny, take a moment to inspect it closely. You might just be holding a hidden treasure. The 1990 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, specifically the rare and highly sought-after, no mint mark, proof variety. Whether you're a seasoned collector or simply curious about the hidden stories behind everyday coins, today we'll unpack the history, production details, rarity, authenticity considerations, and current market value of this unique numismatic treasure in 2025. The Lincoln cent has long been a staple of American coinage. Introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure on its obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin's iconic profile of Lincoln quickly became familiar to generations of Americans. Over the decades, this humble penny witnessed subtle design tweaks, changes in metal composition, and production evolutions. By the late 20th century, the Lincoln cent was no longer just a piece of currency but also an object of collector interest, especially when production errors or unusual varieties surfaced. In 1990, the Lincoln penny was produced primarily at two major mints for circulation, Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia pennies, continuing a long tradition, bore no mint mark. Denver pennies carried a small D mint mark below the date. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint produced proof pennies for collectors, marked with an S mint mark to differentiate them. The 1990 Philadelphia and Denver pennies were struck in staggering numbers, intended for everyday use across the country. However, the proof coins from San Francisco were produced in significantly smaller quantities, struck with special dies to create a mirror-like finish and sharper details, meant to appeal to collectors and preserved in protective packaging. Among all these coins, one variety stands out as a true numismatic anomaly: the 1990 proof penny struck at San Francisco that mysteriously lacks the usual S mint mark. This no mint mark proof penny is an extraordinary error, a minting irregularity that defies the standard procedures of the United States Mint. Proof coins, by definition, are carefully crafted with dies that include their mint marks. The presence of the S is an integral identifier confirming the coin's origin and status. So, the existence of a proof coin exhibiting the pristine characteristics of a San Francisco proof, yet missing this essential detail, immediately signals an unusual error, one that is both rare and highly prized by collectors. The 1990 no-mint mark proof penny is believed to have resulted from a die preparation mistake at the San Francisco Mint. In the multi-step process of die production, the mint mark is added to the die before it is used to strike coins. For some reason, the S mint mark was omitted from one or more proof dies. As a result, when the proof coins were struck, some emerged perfectly struck with all the characteristics of a genuine San Francisco proof, but missing the expected mint mark beneath the date. This oversight was quickly discovered by mint officials, and the affected dies were withdrawn and destroyed to prevent further error coins from being produced. The coins that survived this process are incredibly limited in number, and estimates suggest only a small handful, likely fewer than 200. Remain in existence today. If you suspect you might possess a 1990 no-mint mark proof penny, it is essential to know how to distinguish it from ordinary circulation pennies or altered proof coins. The defining features of this error coin include a highly reflective, mirror-like background field indicative of proof coinage, sharp, frosted design elements, such as Lincoln's bust, the date, and lettering, contrasting vividly against the mirrored surfaces, the complete absence of any mint mark beneath the date, in a manner consistent with intentional die omission rather than post-production damage or alteration. Square, fully struck rims and clear, sharp edges indicative of proof dies. Many counterfeit or altered coins exist where the mint mark has been filed off or polished away, but such tampering generally results in visible damage or irregularities upon close inspection. Given the rarity and value of the 1990 no-mint mark proof penny, authentication and grading by recognized third-party services are vital. Professional grading companies apply rigorous standards to verify that a coin is genuine and assess its condition. Grades range from proof 60 to proof 70, with higher numbers reflecting near-perfect condition and minimal flaws. Deep cameo-proof coins, which show striking contrast between frosted devices and mirrored fields, often command premium prices. Authenticity not only confirms the coin is a true mint error, but also reassures buyers and sellers in transactions, impacting market value profoundly. The 1990 no-mint mark proof penny occupies a special place in numismatic circles due to its extreme rarity and unusual nature. Unlike common circulation pennies, this error is found in only a very small handful of examples worldwide, which makes it highly coveted by collectors, especially those focused on Lincoln cents or mint error varieties. Its rarity is compounded by the fact that many coins were recovered and destroyed shortly after the error was identified, limiting the surviving population. The mystique of owning a coin that defied minting conventions and escaped destruction adds to its allure. Collectors prize these coins not only for their scarcity but also for the story they tell, a tangible reminder of the human element behind mass coin production. As of 2025, the market value of a 1990 no-mint mark proof penny varies widely depending on its condition and certification status. Lower grade or uncertified coins might attract offers in the lower thousands of dollars, reflecting their scarcity but potential questions over condition or authenticity. High grade, professionally certified specimens exhibiting deep cameo contrast and pristine surfaces have been known to command prices ranging from several thousand to well over $20,000 at auction. Such valuations reflect the combined forces of rarity, collector demand, historical interest, and the coin's undeniable aesthetic appeal. For serious numismatists, This penny represents one of the crown jewels of modern Lincoln cent collecting. If you're considering acquiring a 1990 no-mint mark-proof penny, exercise caution. The market for mint-era coins can be rife with fakes, alterations, and misidentified specimens. Beware of coins where the mint mark has been artificially removed or polished off, often leaving telltale scratches or uneven surfaces. Uncertified coins sold at prices that seem too good to be true. Mislabeling of ordinary Philadelphia no-mint mark business. Strike pennies as the rare proof error variety. To protect your investment and avoid disappointment, seek professional grading and authentication. Request detailed photos or in-person inspections, and consider working with reputable dealers or auction houses experienced in error coins. Beyond its monetary value, the 1990 no-mint mark-proof penny embodies the intersection of art, history, and chance within the world of numismatics. It's a reminder that even in a highly mechanized and precision-driven process like coin minting, human error and the unexpected can produce fascinating anomalies. These coins invite us to look more closely at the everyday objects around us, to uncover stories and moments that connect us to a larger historical and cultural narrative. For collectors, it's not just about rarity or price, it's about owning a piece of that narrative, a small but significant fragment of American history. The 1993 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Whether you're a seasoned collector, an investor in numismatics, or simply a curious viewer wondering if that old penny in your pocket is worth more than face value, this video will provide an in-depth look at everything you need to know about this particular coin. We will dive into the rich history of the 1993 Lincoln penny, understand what makes some examples rare and valuable, discuss grading and condition factors that impact worth, and finally, reveal the current market trends and values for these coins in the year 2025. So, without further ado, let's embark on this journey through one of America's most iconic and enduring small change pieces. The Lincoln penny is one of the most recognizable coins in the United States, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design features Lincoln's bust on the obverse side, and from 1959 to 2008, the reverse displayed the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., symbolizing the enduring legacy of the 16th president. In 1993, the United States Mint produced several billion pennies using this Lincoln Memorial design. The Philadelphia Mint struck the majority of these coins, identified by the absence of a mint mark on the obverse side. The Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on its coins during this time, which is why the 1993 penny from Philadelphia is often referred to as the no mint mark variety. The composition of the 1993 penny reflects a significant change made in 1982 to reduce production costs. The coin is primarily zinc, making up 97.5% of its mass, with a thin outer layer of copper plating. This copper-plated zinc composition makes the coin lighter than earlier solid copper pennies, weighing in at approximately 2.5 grams with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. The mintage for the 1993 no-mint mark penny was enormous, reaching into the billions. Over 5.6 billion coins were struck, making it one of the most commonly produced pennies in history. This extremely high production number means that, from a supply standpoint, the coin is abundantly available and easily found in circulation today. Given the massive number produced, the vast majority of 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are very common and hold little numismatic premium beyond their face value of 1 cent. Most examples you encounter in everyday transactions have circulated for decades, leading to varying degrees of wear, loss of detail, and fading of the original copper color. The transition to a primarily zinc core coin also means these pennies are more vulnerable to corrosion and surface damage over time. The thin copper plating can wear off, revealing the dull gray zinc beneath, which is less visually appealing and less desirable to collectors. In general, circulated 1993 no mint mark pennies with obvious signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, or environmental damage are not considered collectible beyond their nominal value, despite the coin's general commonality. Certain examples of the 1993 no mint mark penny can command significantly higher prices. The key factors driving value are condition, color preservation, grading, and rarity of exceptional specimens. Condition and grading. The single most important factor affecting value is the coin's condition, often expressed as its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect mint state, with mint state numbers ranging from 60 to 70 representing uncirculated coins. Uncirculated means the coin shows no signs of wear, maintaining original mint luster and surface integrity. In the case of the 1993 penny, uncirculated specimens in mid-range grades such as MS60 to MS64 may be worth slightly more than face value, but the real value lies in coins graded MS65 or higher. At MS65, the coin exhibits superior strike detail, strong luster, and minimal contact marks. At the very highest levels, MS68 and above, particularly those retaining the original bright red copper color and possessing flawless surfaces, can command premiums in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This is because such coins are extremely rare due to the volume of pennies produced and the passage of time causing most to deteriorate or lose their original color. Color preservation. Another crucial element is the coin's color. Copper pennies are categorized into three basic color types: red, RD, red-brown, RB, and brown, BN. The 1993 Lincoln cents with a fully preserved red color are the most desirable and valuable. Red coins retain the original copper plating with minimal oxidation and toning. Red-brown coins have partial toning, mixing red and brown hues, while brown coins show significant oxidation and wear, losing most of their original red luster. Collectors pay a premium for red Lincoln pennies, especially those in uncirculated condition. The natural aging process makes it rare to find pennies over 30 years old still in bright red condition, which increases their rarity and value. Certification by professional grading services. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified by reputable organizations such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, tend to be worth more. Certification verifies the coin's authenticity and grade, providing confidence to buyers and sellers. High-grade certified 1993 no mint mark pennies with the desirable red color are often listed in auctions and can fetch remarkable prices depending on demand and rarity. So, what is the actual market value of the 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny in 2025? The answer varies widely depending on the condition and certification status of the coin. For the average circulated penny showing wear and brown coloration, the coin is worth about 1 cent, its face value. These coins are so common that no premium is typically paid for them. Uncirculated examples in grades MS60 to MS64, often showing some signs of handling or minor imperfections but retaining mint luster, typically sell for anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents. Higher grade uncirculated specimens graded MS65 to MS67, especially those with original red color, can command prices ranging from $1 to around $10 or more, depending on market demand and the coin's eye appeal. The very rare gems, MS68 and MS69 red coins, can bring extraordinary prices. Some of these coins have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars in private sales and auctions. These examples are extremely scarce because very few coins survive in such pristine condition. It's worth noting that the market for Lincoln pennies is generally stable, with occasional fluctuations driven by collector interest, the economy, and numismatic trends. If you are a collector or someone who has found a 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and wonders about its value, here are some useful tips. Inspect the coin closely. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine the coin's surfaces. For wear, scratches, and the quality of the strike, evaluate the color. Determine whether the coin retains red copper color or has transitioned to brown. Bright red coins are worth more. Consider professional grading. If your penny appears to be in exceptional condition, consider submitting it for professional grading. Certification can significantly increase the coin's market value. Avoid cleaning the coin. Cleaning coins, especially improperly, can damage the surfaces and reduce their value. Always handle coins carefully and avoid harsh chemicals. Research before selling. If you plan to sell, check recent auction results or dealer prices to understand the current market. In conclusion, the 1993 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is one of the most common U.S. coins due to its high mintage and widespread circulation. For most people, these coins have little value beyond 1 cent. However, if you possess a coin in uncirculated condition with a bright red original finish, or one that has been professionally graded at a high level, you could be holding a coin worth significantly more. Exceptional examples from this year are rare and sought after by collectors, occasionally commanding prices in the hundreds or thousands of dollars. Ultimately, the 1993 no-mint mark penny embodies both the fascinating history of American coinage and the nuances of coin collecting, where condition and rarity can transform the humble penny into a prized collectible. Thank you for watching this detailed overview. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more expert numismatic content. Feel free to leave your questions or comments below, and we'll be happy to help you explore the fascinating world of coins further. Until next time, happy collecting.